Executive and Management Committee, distinguished dignitaries, illustrious gathering of prestigious parents, intellectual teachers, and above all, my ever affectionate, endearing students. I, Shivam Tapan Ojha, in capacity of Principal, Beny's Public Senior Secondary School, extend my sincere and reverent gratitude to all the noble hearts who have made their presence here to witness our astoundingly resplendent annual event, Transcendence 2020, this evening. It is customary to say what a pleasure it is to be in such an occasion one has to address. It indeed is a matter of profound privilege and immense happiness for me to solemnize and expostulate this function commemorating the successful tenure of remarkable academic excellence of this institution over the years of establishment. This institution has carved out a very special niche in terms of quality education in a very nominal fees structure under the efficacious leadership of Mr. Beniwal, who thought of establishing a school in the year 2004 to revert and respond to the respect he got from the society as his ethical responsibility. One tree can start a forest. One word can frame a goal. And one candle can wipe out the darkness. With this vision in his mind, he planted this tree and laid the very foundation of this school. Someone who is sitting in the shade today is because someone planted a tree long ago. So I wish to thank you, sir, from the bottom of my heart for laying the foundation of this school and giving me an opportunity to render my work as principal, to embellish, foster, and augment your generous vision. Your generous vision is my desirous mission, and for that I'm putting my constant, consistent, and coherent endeavor to raise the intellectual and learning capability of the students of this school to its imperial zenith. The progress of any school depends upon a committed faculty, supportive administrative staff, a large pool of responsive students, and of course, cooperative parents. We are indeed very fortunate to have these essential elements with us. The very mention of a word school brings back nostalgic memories to all those who have ever been to their schools in their lives and got education there. The word education is derived from a Latin word educare, which means to lead out, to bring out from within. Education is all about bringing out the unique individual potential of every child in an amicable manner. Education is all about teaching the students the lesson to overcome the hurdles, obstructions, barriers, and various setbacks of life, empowering them to be the vehicles of love and hope for the world. Education is merely not a social or economic issue. It is actually the key to unlock the golden doors of freedom and shut the darkest windows of ignorance. Precisely speaking, education enables and gives the will to win, the desire to succeed, and the urge to reach the full potential through acclimatization in an ever-changing, evolving environment for a higher purpose, higher road, and higher destiny. But what is happening to our system of education today? If we recall 40 years back, some of the major problems in schools included talking in class, missing deadlines, not doing the homework regularly, not submitting the reports and tasks assigned within the stipulated time frame. But today, what our schools are seeing, our schools are facing guns, knives, crime, bullying, drug abuse, higher magnitude of stress among children, depression, and even cases of suicide. To effectively address these serious challenges, we should not only address the individual problems with the students, but the very system of education they are subjected to. Academic intelligence may make a child successful in the world, but compassion, deep-rooted moral values, ethical conduct, integrity with character will make a person acceptingly presentable in the society. So let us make our children the real custodians of moral value. At the same time, let us get our kids not just fill their heads full of facts, textbook materials, lectures, because quite frankly, it will give you a well-filled mind. But in the era of technology, in the era of artificial intelligence, Google, you do not require a well-filled mind. You require a well-formed mind. A mind that reacts to unfamiliar facts and details. A mind which can synthesize information which hasn't studied before. A mind, in other words, which can synthesize and react to a bigger examination called life, which doesn't give you what you prepared for. Let us imagine an education system where we can teach our students the lesson that the only time we should look down on someone is if we can help them up. An education system where we can teach our students to judge the beauty by what is within people's heart, not by their physical appearance. An education system where we can teach our students that helping a billion people is even more valuable than being a billionaire. An education system where, as well as teaching the way to navigate the world, we can also give them the chance to navigate their own minds. An education system where, as well as teaching them to raise the standard of their living, they are also taught the standard of giving. In a broader spectrum, it can only be possible when we teach values alongside academics and make our children the real custodians of moral value in today's prevalent eroding value system. Why did I say today's prevalent eroding moral value system? Because in earlier times there was an old saying that if you lose your wealth, you lose nothing. If you lose your health, you lose something. But if you lose your character, you lose everything. But today this old saying seems to be a bit aberrated. Today, it is said that if you lose your character, you lose nothing. If you lose your health, you lose something. But if you lose your wealth, you lose everything. So it is very important to change the perception for a better tomorrow. If we really want our children to grow, we must take care upon these particular now. Parents, today is a very special day, and even more special to me. Why did I say very special to me? Because as you are seeing your children performing on stage, I'm also seeing my parents addressing you all. As I can see my father here, I want to say it from the deepest core of my heart that there are certain people who leave behind footprints in the sands of time and imprints in the spheres of mind. Their accolade transcends all boundaries of time and space. One such individual, which the Almighty Lord bestowed me as His supreme divine bliss, is my father, who taught me deeper the lows you have seen in your life, more acceptingly you appreciate the highs. The longer you have been in the trenches, more impatiently you try to hold your peaks. So I genuinely realize, my dear parents, that you cross all mountains and valleys each day without seeing the storm and heat to make your children acceptingly presentable in the society. And I assure you, in this edifice of excellence, Beny's Public Senior Secondary School, that it will be my constant endeavor to enrich your children in the manner you dreamt about them. They will try to put your children along that trajectory where they can be civically engaged, critically thinking, digitally literate, morally ethical, and globally aware. So that they can not just be able to cast an indelible mark in their lives, but also alongside realizing the ambition of a radiant career, they could touch the pinnacle of success by leaps and bounds. Last but not the least, for all my affectionate students, my dear students, the best view comes after the hardest climbs. So never settle and stop. I know that you people are relentlessly working very hard for your board examinations, because board examinations are really important for someone who has to make a bright future. But at the same time, students, do not lose your confidence, because as the examinations are getting nearer, there is a chance that due to some sort of fear, you may lose your confidence. But never lose your confidence, because self-confidence is the first and the foremost requisite for greater undertakings. Not taking much of your time, because there are a lot more programs to come. Not only these programs are entertaining, but also they are helping us to think, and they are actually enabling us to think for our children, for a better future. Finally, for all my students, I would say that, dear students, do not let your yesterday's disappointments overshadow your tomorrow's dreams. Live as if you were to die tomorrow, and learn as if you were to live forever. With these words, I wish you all a very happy Mahashivratri in advance, because tomorrow this pious holy festival will be observed all across not only our nation, but all across the cosmos. Because Lord Shiva, जो अनंत कोटि ब्रह्मांड का नायक हो, उसकी रात्रि केवल हम इस राष्ट्र में ही नहीं, बल्कि ये सारा जो अनंत कोटि ब्रह्मांड है, वो भी कल महाशिवरात्रि का पावन पर्व हम लोग सेलिब्रेट करेंगे. इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ आई विश यू ऑल अ वेरी हैप्पी महाशिवरात्रि. May Lord Shiva bestow upon us with his supreme benevolent divine magnanimity. Thank you and Jai Hind.